I'm Sabrina, and I'm here with Shel-B GT.
Hi.
And I'm interviewing her for STARZ Toronto.
What's up? Hi, y'all. Hi, Sabrina.
Hi.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming.
Great. You look awesome, by the way.
Thank you. So I want to know, how long have you been in music?
I've been singing since I was a little girl, like in school and whatnot, and in church when I was younger. But I've been like officially, like professionally doing it for, I'd say, about 11 years. And yeah, I'm just getting back in the scene now. I'm a mom of 2, so I've been just chilling with my kids for a couple of years, and now I'm back performing and doing my thing.
What drives you?
I love freedom of expression, and I feel like music is kind of a way, especially when you're an independent artist, you're just able to freely express yourself, and you can get messages across and emotions and stuff out that you wouldn't necessarily be able to do just talking. Yeah, so.
You lost your mom at a young age. What effect did that have on you growing up?
Well, definitely not having a mom, especially as a little girl, was probably more traumatizing than I even know. Because I mean, when my mom died, she died of a brain tumor when I was 18 months. And the doctors actually told her, when she found out she was pregnant with me, they told her she was sick. And they were like, have an abortion, we gotta put you in chemotherapy, like you gotta start right now. And she was like, basically, no. I really want to have this baby, and she told them no. So actually my mom was one of the first people in Canada to get an experimental surgery. Because she was pregnant, they couldn't put her in chemo, so they actually had to drill 7 holes in her head and put radioactive beads to try and put the tumor in remission. She had brain tumor. And so she had to be awake while she did that, and she was pregnant with me. So I think she's just one of the most strongest women like ever to be on the face of the planet to go through that. So she did that for me, and it was actually great because she chose to have me, and she actually ended up living longer than they thought because of all the just like being pregnant and all the vitamins and stuff. So yeah, I love her.
So how did you get into hip-hop and R&B?
Well, I always loved hip-hop as a kid. I actually lived in this really small town, and there wasn't very many like ethnic background people. It was mostly just white people. And there was this one kid, he was like rich, and his parents would like take him to all these places in the States, and he loved to DJ. So he would just bring all these records back to our little town, and like we were listening to stuff that like people hadn't even heard out here when I was really young. So like I've been listening to hip hop since I was like 8, 9 years old. So, and I'm 30, so I've been listening to the greats for a while. So I've been influenced heavy by hip hop and R&B since a kid.
What producers are you working with, and who would you like to work with in the future?
Well, right now I'm actually working with a producer named Beatbuster, and he's from Toronto, and he is amazing. I can really get in my zone when I'm in the studio with him, and we just did a song together called Provoke, and we have a new one coming out called How the Story Goes, and I'm really excited about that. As for producers I'd like to work with in the future, I don't really know. I don't have anyone in mind, but I'd really like to get into some soul. So I'd really love to like work with real bands. Like if I could work with someone like The Roots or people like that and actually get some like live instrumentation in my music, that would be amazing. Thank you.
Who influenced you musically?
I have a lot of influences, but I'd say my main influence would be Tupac and Nirvana. As a kid, like, I had both posters up on my walls, so I looked at both of them at night before I went to bed, and I listened to their music all the time. I loved Kurt Cobain for his just like authenticity and his struggle and just what he went through being like a teenager from Seattle and just coming from nothing. And then you had the other spectrum of a young black male who went through nothing as well with a single mother, and just for them to come up out of that and become such huge stars and icons and to move the world in a different direction, it's just amazing to me. it showed me that you can do anything.
You did a Vlad TV interview last year. How did that turn out?
Basically, Vlad TV was actually, he's a friend of Star, aka Troy Terrain from Shot 97, and Star was a really big help with me. I was going through some legal stuff a few years back, and Star actually wrote a letter for me to help me get out of those legal problems, and I worked with him with promotions and got my music on the radio station Shot 97, and he kind of just hooked me up with Vlad, and they just recognized my hustle and respected my music and just gave me an interview and let me have a big platform to work off of when I was coming out of my little hiatus. So I have a lot of respect for them, and yeah, they're fam.
So I noticed you made a Twitter comment saying that females in Toronto weren't getting signed as much as men. Can you explain that?
You noticed the Twitter comment, eh? That's funny. I've been noticing that men are getting signed and women aren't. And there is really good female artists out here. I'm one of them, so I'm biased against myself. But like, really, it's like I'm seeing all these guys coming up, and women have been around just as long and doing it just as long as they have, and I just find that it's annoying to me, which is what I wrote. It's annoying. So to all you record labels out there, if you want a hot female artist and don't want to just sign men, holler at me.
How do you deal with critics?
Basically, I look at it as you can't please everyone, and everyone's gonna hate on you or criticize your work. I mean, there's lovers and there's haters in the world, so you just gotta do you and keep it moving. That's it.
Do you play any instruments?
My voice is my instrument, but to answer your question, no, I do not play any instruments. I did fool around with the piano a little bit when I was younger, but I didn't have enough patience, so I just kind of let that go, but I'm sure I could pick it up whenever, if I have the time.
Speaking of female artists, which females in the city do you think deserves to be signed?
Me. Me. I deserve to be signed from Toronto. I've definitely put in my work. If I had an industry producer and engineer that would work with me day and night, like even for like a couple weeks, I know I could come up with amazing songs. So me, I'm ready, and I have the credibility. I just want to put my music out there and show them what I can do.
So where do you see your music going?
Well, I write all my own music. I've done R&B, I've done hip hop, I've done soul. I'm starting to get in the pop lane a little bit, but really I love to write, and I would definitely sell any of my songs to any artist. So that's definitely a possibility for the future. And
where can we find your music?
You can find me on YouTube at Shel-B GT Music, SHELBGT Music, and SoundCloud at SHEL-B. I got a bunch of new videos out right now. I just put out a video called Go Get It. It's also produced by Beatbuster, and we shot it downtown Toronto in Dundas Square. So yeah, it's actually a really good song. You should go check it out on my YouTube channel.
Well, thank you for coming.
Thank you so much, and thank you Starzz Toronto for having this interview.